Right, everyone, WeaponCollector here. If I do a random Monday stream, I ain't got nothing to do at the minute, but I've got to stay in because I've got to. Someone's coming round the house and I've got to be in to let them in. So it's given me some hours indoors, not doing anything. Didn't really fancy playing the computer game I'm playing at the minute, so I thought rather sit there watching telly. I could do a live stream. These random ones on a week, they're quite good. They're slightly different to the normal streams because you get different people on, different hours and slightly different mindset because it's in the day as well rather than on a weekend evening. So I'll come over to the chat in a minute. I can't actually see. One other thing is I may have to go off at any time in case this person does come round, because it's they've said they'll be round from 9 till 5, so they could come any time. But I've got 2 hours while no one's in, so I've got to be in to see, So once everyone's back, I can then go in the shed and start working on the knives I was going to. I'll go over now, see if we've got any anyone in the stream, because I don't actually know. I'll let you know when I can see some comments or anything. Hopefully this ain't like Liam's one the other day when he didn't send the video to anyone, Oh, Liam's on. That's good. Right, mate. He said, "Hi, Mike. Probably will miss a load of this as I'm having to go up and down on the roof sorting out tiles. Your knife came today, nice and sharp. Cut myself. Oh, bloody hell. Well, at least it's sharp, though, yeah. They're nice and sharp knives there, aren't they? Yeah, I don't know how long I'll be on for. Might be an hour. I don't know if did I just write on here how long it would be? Yeah, maybe an hour. Yeah. I'm glad that came. That's good. Yeah, thought I'd do a random one. I don't know if you caught the beginning, but yeah, I may have to go off at any time. And yeah, just a random one, So I may be on for an hour, maybe on for 5 minutes if he turns up. Yeah, the gas man, but he said it just says 9 till 5, so it could literally be any time. What's happening with your tiles then? You got a leak or something? Or I think you've mentioned about this before, haven't you? Yeah, I was trying to flip it and the size is different on my other flipper, so I caught myself with it. Yeah, slightly smaller, isn't it? Still a good size, but it's a bit smaller than your Elan, isn't it? Elan, I think that's it, isn't it? Not one I've got the Magnum version of. Got nice. I think they got ball bearing washers in as well. Those Kaisers, they flip really smoothly and consistently. Have a look how many we've got on. Got a couple of viewers on now, but no one on yet. And stuff. Yeah, we're sorting the leak out properly today, so replacing the tiles while the roof is dry. Lots done, but it's a big job and it's bloody hot. Yeah, it is hot today, isn't it? I've had to put the fan on. I don't normally have the fan on in here, but yeah, I couldn't even sit in here with the fan on, so I imagine it's fucking boiling on the roof. Yeah. Tell you, the hottest place I ever worked, and it was in the summer, and I was boarding out our loft, and that was so hot that I'd be up there and I'd nail the boards down, and then I'd have to get back down, and that's all I could do. Put one board down, nail it, get out again. It was so hot. All right, Daryl. He said, "Hi, Mike. We had the gas man come a couple of weeks ago. He said 9 to 5. Came at 5:15. Fucking hell. Told him to hurry up and fuck off. Oh, you know what? I think he's just turned up now. Oh, no, he ain't. That was a delivery bloke. I was going to say. That was weird. Yeah, funny thing, my mum said, I bet he turns up at 5:15 or 5:45. I thought that was him then. Someone come in the drive. I've got the cameras on. I don't know if did you hear that? You would have heard like a letterbox going. Yeah, it don't surprise me, Dale. It's typical, isn't it? He's sitting all day long waiting for him. Yeah, I thought that was in then. I thought typical. I have to go off after 5 minutes of streaming. Yeah, so I reckon I'm going to start that the Machete Bowie today. Weapons Officer said the cameras do seem useful for checking the driver having to walk to the front window. Yeah, they are handy. Yeah, see you in a bit, Liam. Yeah, but they are handy for that. I've got one there, one right behind the camera, it's a little one, and I can have it on my main telly as well if I want. Stefan Doran, you right, mate? Or Stephanie Doran, I'm not sure. Yeah, I might start making this today. I'll at least grind the blade anyway. So I'll be turning that into a Bowie knife. Joanne said, will you shave your head? Yeah, I'm probably going to soon actually. But it's starting to stick up a bit at the edges now. I mean, as soon as it starts sticking up there and there from where I sleep, I don't know if you can see it, starts to stick up there and there. That's when I know I'm going to cut it. Vladimir, you right, mate? He said hi. How did you learn to edit videos? I don't know. I don't know if it was from looking on. I don't think it was looking on YouTube. I think I just needed to edit some videos. So I then found out you had Windows Movie Maker. And then I just sort of learnt it myself from that, really, I think. Trying to work out, nearly everything I know on a computer is sort of self-taught or just from reading stuff, Crazy Chicken Guy, you right, mate? He said, hey, dude, what you got on whilst... got you on whilst driving my truck today. Oh, nice. Yeah, I just thought I'd do a random one. I got to sit indoors for a delivery. Oh, that ain't the delivery, it's the gas man coming around. But, yeah. So, I've got to sit here and wait until someone comes back because we missed them the last time. Joanne said, do it. Yeah, I'll cut my hair soon. It's just as soon as I get a chance. Right, Jake. You're fucking hell, you ill or something. You're up early. I've been up since 8:30 today, mate. Yeah, I had to get up because the gas man's coming and he said 9 till 5, so I've had to sit here bloody waiting because Mum's had to go to the bank. At least I can sit here with the door open there when no one's in. Yeah, I ain't shit the bed or anything. I love that sound. Yeah, once they're back, I'm going to start turning that into a knife. Put a handle on it. Got to go to the bank and then go. They've got to shopping, so I reckon there'll be about 2 hours. Couldn't be bothered to play a computer game, so I thought, might as well live stream, and so. Next last thing, I had to, but early. Got a man coming. Oh, you got the same thing then? Yeah. You had to get up early. We got a man coming around. Yeah. Yeah, that's the same reason I have. Yeah. Yeah, I just sat here not doing anything. What shall I do? I might as well live stream for a bit. I don't know if you heard me say at the beginning. The live streams get different people on. These early ones, these weekday early ones, are different to the Friday and Saturday night ones. Joanne said, you shave with clippers, knife or razor? Clippers. Clippers. I've got some nice cordless clippers there. And I do it the shortest you can possibly get it with those clippers. So what's that, 0.5, 0.2, I don't know. The shortest you can get it with clippers anyway. But it is getting to the stage where I want to cut it. want to see the clippers? I'll get them in a second. So what's everyone doing today apart from the same thing I've got to do is just sit in. Crazy Chicken Guy's working. What, you want to see the clippers? Quite good little rechargeable ones. Except they're getting a bit old now, so they run out. Jake said, no, grow an afro. Oh, fuck that. This is too long for me. I hate it. It's all greasy and horrible, and much prefer it cut. Turn that vibrator off. I knew someone was going to say that. Granted, you should try with a knife on top and finish it with clippers. Yeah, I don't think I've got any. I'd have to sharpen up a knife to do that. Don't know if I've got any that's that sharp at the minute. I think I've got any. I don't know if I've got any razor sharp knives. Some of them Kaisers are quite sharp. New challenge. What's everyone at today then? I'll give it a go, Stefan. If I can get the if I can get a knife sharp enough. If it's like this thing won't cut anything. Not like hairs. I don't know if you can see that. That don't cut anything. Well, all day today, isn't it, for the stream? There's only us three in there. Jake said, "I was like, new law come in yet?" It sort of hasn't yet. Still, I found out, but it will be soon. But it's pretty much guaranteed it will be, Jake. Yeah, it hasn't. It ain't fully yet, but it will be soon. I think they're going to talk about it again on Wednesday, and then after that, it'll probably be done. Stefan said, "You'll do it, yes or no? Hot towel before." Well, if I can get a nut, I can't say yes definitely because then I'll be lying to you. But I'll see what I can do. Should be getting a tablet soon. You know, a little PC tablet thing. Yeah, if you need to. Knives all right. It's just if you've got a sword that's not handmade, and it's not handmade and curved, it's got to be cut down. Best thing to do first, take some pictures and then send me them, and then I'll let you know. Yeah, I should be getting a tablet soon, and I'll be able to do some outdoor Might be able to do some stuff in the garden then, like live, shooting guns. Because not every. The only reason I say about the pics, Jake, is not every. Some things are all right. Some things will be all right. So if you send me some pictures, I can tell you then before you have to walk up the road with so much. Do you know what I mean? But yeah. Send me some pictures, then I'll tell you. That there, not a thumbs up and not a thumbs down. Oh, I definitely won't be recording doing it, I doubt. Did not say you right, mate. What are you doing today? You off work, at work? Lunchtime, is it? Might be, I don't know. Not many of us in today. It's just me, you, Jake, and Stefan by the looks of it. Barry, you're right, Barry. Barry Moore, sorry. Haven't seen you on for a while. He said, hi, mate. Bloody hanging from cider last night. Should be at work. Pulled a sickie. Yeah, bloody hell. What cider was you drinking? Cheap old stuff. I'll tell you, some of the worst hangovers I've ever had was from Frosty Jack cider. Fucking, I don't know what is in that stuff, but man, that gives you a bad hangover. Stefan said, please, video haircut and use your knife. Well, like I said, if I can get a knife sharp enough, I'll try it. Don't keep asking anymore, though, because I'm starting to suspect you're a troll now. You know what I mean? If you ask 2 more times, I'm going to block you. Zed off work. Got to get a blood test. Like, oh, is that what you was on about the other day? X-Ray Zulu, you're right, mate. He said the Cold Steel Smash it. In your opinion, does it come under illegal now? I'll just look at it quickly. If it is what I think it is anyway. But I would say pretty much yes, that is all right. I can't think of anything that would come under. You know what I mean? Yeah, I ain't had a lot of sleep. I think I went to bed about 1-ish and had to get up early for me, about 8:30. So I like a good 8 or 9 hours sleep. But yeah, I think fucking big fly in here now. I've got my door open. The Cold Steel Smash it. As far as I'm aware, I think that looks all right, mate. I can't think of anything that comes under. If you look at the, yeah, unless there's something I've missed. Barry Moore said Western Scrumpy. Well, that looks all right. That does, yeah. Maybe it's cider in general. I don't know. Frosty Jackson, that gives me terrible hangover. And what's the sort of common Strongbow? The normal Strongbow one, not the 5% Strongbow, gives me toothache. Makes my 2 front teeth hurt. There must be the sugar in it. They're not decent. No, this is extra to that. All good, Mike. You're looking a bit tired, mate. Yeah. I do feel a little bit tired. I haven't had a chance to do anything yet. Once I get my blood pumping a bit, it'll wake me up a bit. I've had to bloody sort of sit around doing nothing. Because weirdly enough, all of the stuff I would normally do, I did it all last night. Weapon stuff, right, back for a bit. Most of the job's done for today. We need to clean up tomorrow morning before it gets hot. Yeah, that's a good idea. Get up earlier. only as possible. Jake said I sent you those pics. I'll have a quick look, Jake. Right, the sword looks all right, and the two knives. You'll have to measure the sword, see if the blade is under 50 centimeters. Those two knives are all right, but they have started. Some of the newspapers have started saying that they're zombie knives. Weapons and stuff. What Jake has just sent me a picture of is the same knife you've got, the exact same one, the one that they're claiming is a zombie knife. But they're not zombie knives, are they? You know that, Liam, don't you? But yeah, so they'd be legal, Jake. But I would probably hide them just in case, because I suspect the police would probably try and say they were zombie knives. But as far as I'm aware, all of that stuff looks all right. The knives would be definitely legal, but whether the police would got a big fly in here. Whether the police would think they were, because they do, they think, you know, well, the police may be all right. It's just the bloody newspapers have been saying that them knives are zombie knives. Right, I'm just going to go back up a bit. Fucking great big fly in here. When it goes out, I'll shut the door. I think it's gone. Where am I? Weapons officer, I prefer dry cider to visit. Yeah, I like dry white cider is the kind I like. Extra Judas Machete, good stuff. It's a funny tool. Either very big thin bowie or bushwhacker machete. That's the wrong shape, but handy to keep weeds at bay. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a nice one, that. Said not the best cider I ever had was some homemade stuff I got from the hippies at Stonehenge Festival back in the 70s. That sounds good. Other stuff, we'll be exterminating the moss on the roof soon. A bit of chemical warfare. Barrymore, I've got gout too, but tendonitis is far worse in the foot. What is tendonitis? Because last night I was getting a bloody pain in my Achilles tendon, like a little stabbing pain. It was just a little stabbing pain. Right, hang on, Jake. You would need, yeah. Oh no, actually saying that, Jake. That sword's straight. That's a straight sword. That's all right. No, if that sword is straight and not curved, that's all right. I completely overlooked that when I was looking at the pictures. Oh, where am I? Getting way behind on the old questions today, and there's only about 4 people in the chat. Brian Moore said, "Hey, Mike, I've got gout too, but tendonitis is far worse in the foot." The big Bowie jungle knife. Yeah, one of them exactly. Yeah, with the holes in the blade and the bit of serration at the bit at the front. Actually, weapons have given us the opportunity to go full nukes suited up. Yeah. Yeah, you have to get someone to film you on the roof with all your NBC suit on and that. how easy it is to maneuver on a roof would be good. Weapons officer would probably just use a mask and chemical gloves. Using the NBC suit on the roof is asking for trouble. Yeah, you're right, actually. Plus, it'd be boiling hot up there. Yeah, Jake said 26 inches from the sword. Yeah, that sword's straight. So, yeah, all of your stuff would be all right. But I would just don't have the knives out, you know, because some people think they're zombie knives, which will be illegal to own. but they're not. They're not, and they'll be fine. If you went to court, they'd be fine. You know what I mean? One stuff. They're sort of out of luck. Most NBC suits are made for 6 foot height, and they're maybe taller ones, but they're normally a size, one size thing. Yeah, that's for X-ray Zulu on it. Yeah. Callum, you right, mate? From stuff at X-ray Zulu, I'll check eBay and see if you can find a suit advertised as large. Then not the only sword I have is slightly curved and over 50 centimeters, but it was made before the 50, so it's okay. Yeah, that's good. Callum said it is hot today. Yeah, it is, isn't it? I've had to put the fan on. Actually, swords question: 26-inch machete. Does that consist of a curved sword? Because I want one. Even bigger weeds further at bay. Yeah, I don't know. I suppose it might not. That would be quite a difficult one to say, but I would assume not, because it is a machete, isn't it? Callum said if it's sold as a machete, it's a machete. Yeah, exactly. Actually, cool. I'm 6'4", struggle to get kit fitted correctly. No, machetes are not swords due to having a riveted handle, not a sword tang. Jake said, all right, sweet, at least I know now, but the butterfly knife and the flicks are still... No, they'll be illegal. Butterfly knife and any flick knives will be illegal to own. Yeah. They'll be illegal to own now, so you won't even be able to have them in your house legally. Who said about tendonitis? Oh, I miss Barry's. Yeah, Barrymore, urine kills moss. Something to do with the ammonia in the wee. Oh, I missed a few. They're not Z. Was it the Sun newspaper saying that? They're very against almost everything. Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure. Where did I see it? Might have been on some websites as well, but they were saying, yeah, zombie knife. And that's not a zombie knife, that knife. Actually, machete is cool, so they have stayed the same. So delivery to door coming under garden tools, I'm right. Yeah, I think so. Just looking up that tendonitis thing, because the weirdest thing, I kept having this bloody stabbing pain in my Achilles tendon last night. It may have been because I had my foot up on a table. Maybe I was overstretching it slightly. Because when I started putting my foot in a different position, it stopped. Yeah, Jake, you definitely don't want flick knives or butterfly knives now. Actually, Zulu, no, I've read these, didn't I? Website, yeah. The short bill hooks are quite nice as well. Tempted to buy one as I made a halberd rather than a bill hook polearm. The little garden bills are very handy for weed stuff. Yeah, I was looking at some of them to make my own halberd or something. Yeah, I'm just going to delete your message, Jake, just so it's not on here anymore. Because this will go live later. Right, where was I? Dead Not Z Barrymore, I've got one of those and haven't had a problem sharpening it. Maybe you just had a bad one. Have I missed a comment again? Yeah, how am I missing all these comments? Barrymore, had the Dundee Bowie from Blades and Bows years ago, just couldn't get a good enough edge on it. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird how some of them are like that, aren't they? Maybe it's the metal. And like Deadnot Z said, he got it though, didn't he? He managed to. Oh, who knows? It's really Barrymore. I've got one. In my opinion, the Dundee Bowie is a good heavy tool. Try Fiskars, and sharp. Brilliant tool for quick blade maintenance. Yeah, it might just be your method because I struggle to sharpen some knives with some things. No, weirdly enough, Liam, I've actually got that on the live stream. I'll tell you what I think I was doing because I keep going on to bloody Google looking up things. I reckon it's that. But no, it is on the live chat for once. I'm glad you said because I do have a habit. I was at the beginning on bloody top chat for a while. When stuff, I'd advise you to make a pole arm, to make 5 to 6 foot pole arm style one rather than 8 foot pole arm. A lot more practical for our uses. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. I'll be honest with you, it probably would have been about that length anyway, because of getting the length of pole. I probably would have tried to get something. I bet it's probably easier to get a shorter pole in it than a long one. I probably would have done like a gardening pole or something, you know, rake handle or something. I'll have another knife sharpener coming today. I have another knife sharpener coming today, as I have lost 2 pocket sharpeners recently. Getting a big kitchen countertop one, so I know where it is. They're nice, you can use that. I don't mind them little pull-through ones. They're all right. You ain't going to get a razor sharp edge on them, the little pull-through ones, but they're good enough if you've damaged a bit of your blade and you need a quick sharpen it up a little bit. Because like this, I was showing earlier, this isn't really sharp at all. But you know, because a lot of people don't like the little pull-through ones. I think they're better than nothing sometimes, but you won't get a razor sharp edge on them. But something like what you said would be better. Funny, I thought I'll do a live stream in the day. We get a load of new people on. It's all the regulars, and the one person who was bloody new either was a troll or I blocked them because they wouldn't shut up. I gave them a warning though. Actually, the Lansky Blade Doctor, similar pull-through sharpener, only worked on some of my knives. Victorinox sharpener looks like a pen. He's very, very good, but Fiskars is a good one. Yeah, I imagine the sort of pen ones would probably be better because it's more about how you do it, isn't it, rather than the pull-through ones. If the angle's not right, you know. Yeah, sort of poleaxe, Mike. Normally no more than 6 foot. So much faster to swing, designed for personal use, not formation use. And then I think he sent a pic. Let's have a look. Oh, nice. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, it's got a spike on the end as well. Yeah, and that would be doable. We could definitely make that. It's even good. That's really interesting, actually. What is in the picture? If you hadn't looked, there's a poleaxe. Yeah, about, what would you say that looks about 5 foot, doesn't it? I think. It's got a spike on the bottom, and halfway up, well, 3/4 of the way up, it's even got a bit of a guard, isn't it? And it's got the sort of spike on the end, and then a sort of hammer side one side, and an axe the other side. Yeah, that looks good, that does. Sabansky, you're right, mate. He said Wazoo survival gear do a Viking whetstone pendant for sharpening. Perhaps worth contacting them so you can send you one for review. I'll do that. I'll do that. I'm glad you mentioned that because I'll tell you what, I've had some Wazoo stuff before. So if I ask them, they may actually send me one. I had their little fire starting pendant. That was good, that was. I'm glad you mentioned that, mate. I'll get hold of them and see. Yeah, I have a couple of flat whetstone style ones, lost them as well. But for quick use, I like the pull through. and it's okay for most things. Yeah, I like them. You know, I know some people absolutely hate them, but yeah, I don't mind the little pull through ones. They're good enough for a quick edge, you know, a working edge. Do you know what I mean? Extra's really nice. Continued. I could freehand, but we're all lazy by nature. Pull through is down to knife edge angle. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm the same. You know, doing a proper sharpening, I just can't be bothered half the time. Do you know what I mean? So it is easy and quicker just to do a little pull through one. Barrymore, best knife I use a lot is just a cheap Mora Companion, 12 quid. Yeah, I must admit, for the price, you can't beat the old Moras. The old Halterfors are quite good as well. They're pretty much a copy of the Moras, but yeah. For what they are and the price, they're brilliant knives, aren't they? Actually, Barrymore, best knife, full stop. Exceptional kit, Mora, Victorian, it's all there. Yeah, and I said before, for the most part, I don't like a knife too sharp either. As good as it is for cutting, you're fucked up if you slip. A really sharp or really blunt knife, how dangerous to use it. Yeah, I totally agree with you there. Yeah. I don't think you need really hair popping sharp knives. Some people like them like that, but I don't. There's been many times where I've slipped with a knife and it hasn't cut me, and I thought, thank fuck, that wasn't really sharp, because I'd probably be having stitches now, you know. But and as you said, blunt is bad as well. You don't want a really blunt knife because then you can be pushing harder, and then you can, you know. Actually, early weapons, I've agreed. It's more important to learn freehand, mug bottom ceramic. Yeah, I forget you can do that. Double car windows, rough texture, good for knives. Best in field knife sharpener. Land Rover, pinky windows. Yeah, I forgot about the bottoms of mags and that. Weapons have your blunt, sharp knives really quick as well. Yeah, I've never really liked really sharp knives. Not for general use, you know. I suppose if you're gonna, I don't know, but no, most of the time you don't, do you? I can't think of a use for it. I was gonna say maybe for a fighting knife, but you know. Weapons I've said I've used whetstones before, but can do them, but I'm lazy for the most part. But yeah, improvised whetstones are a good idea. Yeah, I completely forgot about the bottom of a mug. I ain't even got my coffee today, so I can't even. I have had a coffee this morning, at least, I think. I thought not. I remember. Yeah. I was watching a bit of Jack Striker's newspaper video, but I hadn't finished it before I did this stream. I do like his newspaper video. Actually, sharp knives on any blade over 4 inches, your 3-step sharpness, near choil, very sharp, middle, working edge, top, very sharp. If anyone wondered, I don't know if I put it in the title. I'm still going to put a knife video on later. This is just a little bonus one. I'll start doing that machete. I think I'll start the machete one first. Hardest thing that's going to be on that is drilling it. When I tried to drill that originally for what I had it on before, that was really hard to drill, that machete blade. But I worked out a method to be able to pin a handle on still without having to drill. Barrymore said, got to go, Mike, get some jobs done around the house. Have a good one, Matt. Okay, THX. See you later, Matt. I didn't know you was Matt. I knew you was THX, though. See you later, Matt. Changed his name so many times. And he got stuck with Barrymore's 69 for a month, didn't you? That did crack me up. Yeah, get your jobs done. See you later, mate. Yeah, to be honest, I can't wait to bloody do something. Wake me up a bit. Sitting here not doing anything, you know. Right? There's not a lot I can do now. We've gone here and played bloody LA Noire. Not a thing if there's anything else I can do. No knives I need sharpening. I cleaned all my guns recently. Weapons stuff, yeah. I got in a mood yesterday being stuck around the house. Look really forward to getting a new car on Sunday so I can get out a bit more. Yeah, that sounds good. Did you get it this? You got it this Sunday. You're getting it next Sunday. Is that what you mean? Or? Said not to what you having for lunch. Oh, I don't know. I asked for my breakfast though. Curry pot noodle. I ain't thought about lunch yet. Although it is lunchtime, yeah, I may have to. It's weird. I ate at a weird time. I got up about 8:30. Didn't eat nothing till about 10:30. Got hungry and thought I can't wait till like 1 o'clock. I'm gonna have to eat now. So I had the pot noodles. So I probably ain't gonna eat until like 3 o'clock now. When was this coming Sunday? So I'll have it 1st of July unless there's a problem. Paid the deposit on it. That's good. That'd be nice having it. Is this the first like actual? Because you're getting a new car, aren't you? That'd be nice. Just having a look at that pole axe again. I'm going to save that. I didn't know they had that many features, but yeah, nice spike on the end. That gives you an extra option. A bit of guard halfway up, stop your hand sliding up. Stuff on there. When was I BRB? Need to get a drink due to being dehydrated. Carry on talking when I'm back. All right, mate. Yeah, actually, while you're getting a drink, I'm going to go and get one. So I'll be back in a second. Don't know how many of you heard about when I was saying about getting a tablet. I may be getting a tablet soon. Someone's buying me one for my birthday, even though it's been it's my birthday in April. They're going to buy me a tablet. So what I might do with that is I might be able to use it to do outdoor streams then. So I could do some live knife throwing, knife shooting, air rifle shooting, or whatever. I could probably do a shed video then, as long as I can get the internet that far. I should be able to get it in the garden. Yeah, that'd be quite interesting. I wanted to do that kind of thing for ages. Bit of, outdoor live stuff. There's no end of things you could do then. I wouldn't be able to go down the woods. I'd still have to have the Wi-Fi to do it. But I could do anything you could think of in the garden, like knife throwing, bow shooting, air rifle shooting. if I could get in the shed, I could do things like cleaning a gun, taking down a gun, putting it back together, knife sharpening. Well, I could do that kind of stuff in here, but I'm not really interested in doing that kind of thing in here. I prefer to do that kind of stuff in the shed, you know. Certainly don't get many people on in the day. I don't anyway. As for lunch, I don't know. I haven't thought about it yet. Something healthy anyway. I don't know. You'll have salad for dinner later. They're not zinc. It's hot, sunny where I am. Don't like it that much. I once got what the doctor called a bit of sunstroke. Yeah, there you go. I've never had sunstroke, but I don't like it hot and sunny either. Oh, if that was just a bit, I don't want a lot of it. I've never had sunstroke. One of my relatives has got bloody heat rash, is it, or something like that at the minute. He says that's really fucking irritating. But I've never liked the sun as an adult. Never really go in it. I've never even been sunburnt as an adult. But I'm always prepared. But yeah, you know, sunstroke. If you've got to work in the sun, you know what I mean. Yeah, I never had that. But I don't like it when it's hot. I'm trying to deliberately sort of get used to it a bit now, though, because it's a fact of life, isn't it? Really, you know, it seems to be getting hotter and hotter. I'm trying to get myself used to it a bit, so that I don't feel so uncomfortable and miserable in it. But I hate it. I have got a habit of always wearing a bloody jacket though, because I like to have as many pockets as I can. So I'll end up going out with a bomber jacket on in the bloody blazing sun. You know, I'm getting out of the habit of doing that now. But yeah, I'm one of them who walks around in the sun with a jacket on. Well, I was anyway. But you know, in my outdoor video when I went to the woods, that I would have been wearing a bomber jacket normally. But I think it was because I always wanted loads of pockets to carry stuff, but I don't mind carrying some kind of little bag now to carry stuff. They're not serious. It's bloody terrible. I recommend avoiding it. Wear a hat in the sun is my advice. Last time I was in the sun for a couple of hours, went to car boot sale. That's when I got that tripod down there. I don't know if you can see it. Not that one up there. There's one down there. But did you say you've got to go to your blood test later, or you've done it? I don't remember whether you said you've. I was going through the comments and. Right, that will be my first new car. My first car was only a couple of years old. Hadn't really been used much. Sadly, after a year or so having it, got written off. That's a pity, isn't it? Yeah, it must be nice having a new car there. Due to electrical fault, which has cost me thousands to fix. Yeah, it's a pity that, especially if it was only a couple of years old, you know. They're not even this afternoon. I don't know if you heard me, Liam. I was saying about I might try and do some. My American mate wanted to buy me a tablet for my birthday. So yeah, I might be able to do some outdoor streams then. I could sit with it on. I could sit near the back here. I'd definitely get Wi-Fi there. I could probably do some air rifle shooting in the garden. I think that'd be all right. And it would work because it'd be close enough to the house still. Yeah, I've never had a car. Passed my driving test. I inherited some money, so I spent some of that money on learning to drive, and did proper lessons. You know, doing like 2 hours at a time each time, and passed. And then I'd run out of money by then, though, because I'd been buying other things, and so I was going to borrow the money for a car. And then the person who I was going to borrow the money off suddenly needed the money for something else. And then they had no money and they never managed to buy a car. So I passed my driving test. I've never driven since. But yeah, why I was saying that, yeah, because I was going to buy a Golf. I'd looked it up. It was going to go. It was going to go the next day. Yeah, and then I don't know what happened. I can't remember now what happened. Yeah, Golf was a lot older, hence being the money drain, but very good fun. But yeah, the Dacia is a pre-reg, which means it's like £2,000 cheaper for what's almost a new car. All right. It has all the guarantees on it, etc. What is a pre-reg then? I don't actually know what that means. Gonna have a look up. There's too many weird things to. Yeah, I was that close to buying a car, and then, you know, I do have opportunities. You know, I suppose I could. The money I've saved up for the PlayStation 4, I could spend on a car, but I'm getting into a weird situation where at the minute it probably wouldn't be worth having one. You know what I mean? I'll probably need one day, and that's why I got the driving license in the first place. So I had it if I need it. You know, I don't have to spend all the money and learning again. You know, I may need a bit of a refresher because I probably haven't driven for about 10 years. But I've got the license and everything, you know. Other stuff. Where the garage registers it for showing people the car accident. Oh, right, that's what I thought it might be, but I wasn't sure, so what I'd ask. When the new plates change, people are less interested in them, so they sell them a lot cheaper. Ah, that's a good little trick, that, yeah, if you know about it. Cars are money drain, though, due to tax and insurance petrol. Yeah, because that wouldn't get a lot of use, would it, you know, beforehand? Yeah, that's good. Yeah, situation I'm in now, it probably wouldn't be worth me driving, you know. If Daryl's still on, I don't think you're in the chat, are you? But you may be watching. You've been playing any darts, Daryl? So don't say car insurance is a bastard. I'm having to pay for it every year, whether you use it or not. It's a rip-off, in my opinion. Yeah. Well, I mean, as in owning a car for you, that's all the other car stuff eats up a chunk of, yeah, my monthly earnings. Yeah, yeah. You know, that's the thing. If I was gonna start driving, I'd have to get a job, and at the minute, it's easier for other people in this house if I don't. I mean, if I start working, someone else would have to stop working, and then they would probably lose their car because they wouldn't be able to afford it. And this is probably better. How I am at the minute, it's better for me anyway. I get to do my YouTube videos, you know. And you said you can get third-party insurance that covers other people, but not you, much cheaper. But yeah, it's forced insurance. After a while, my parents are actually glad I'm working from home as I can wait for parcels, make sure no one breaks in, etc. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's a similar thing here. You know, I can cook everyone dinners and that, and sort of works better that way, you know. Also, my mum's getting to the stage now where she can't do a lot of stuff, so someone else has to do it, you know. She can still work, but it's got to be sort of sitting down, you know. It works out good, you know. I'm happy with what I do. But as I said, I've got the driving license when I need it. That was the main thing. I thought I'll get it while I can, and if I don't use it, I've got it. I don't have to spend all that money and time getting one now. What else you got planned today, Liam? You got to do anything else, or was that it for the roof and that? I fix technical stuff, do laundry. I have an agreement where when the rent I pay goes down based on the job I do. I get food and lodging for almost nothing. Or yeah, that's pretty much something. I do everything here, you know. Everything sort of around the house need doing, and that kind of stuff, you know. I built a bloody conservatory on our house, and you know, anything like that needs doing, that's all me. And they don't have to pay for it either, you know. Because if you had to hire a builder to do the stuff, that kind of stuff, whatever, it'd be a hell of a lot more, wouldn't it? Like I said, I'll film a video later, tidy the garden up a bit. Yeah, we're waiting for tomorrow due to the temperature for the rest of it. Yeah, don't blame you. Yeah, that day I was boarding out the loft. It was so hot. They passed me one of the boards up. They're quite big boards, like 3 foot by 6 foot, but there still had to be like 20 of them done. Pass a board up, I would lay it down, screw it down, and I'd have to get down again. It was so hot. And then once I'd cooled down a bit, I'd get back up. They'd pass me another one. Oh, it's horrendous. I'm pretty sure that was the hottest I've ever been working. Because it was stifling up there as well. I've probably been outside in hot environments, you know, in the really blazing hot summer, but it was different because you get a bit of a breeze in that. You know what I mean? But yeah, I've got some relatives who do roofing, and they say it's terrible in this kind of weather. Unless you're one of them who likes a bit of a suntan, but it's still got to be too hot in it. But I haven't seen anyone moaning about it on Facebook. Actually, I normally have. Normally, because I've got quite a few relatives who are roofers, they're normally on here moaning about bloody weather. And them tiles and that, was that on your main roof, or is it like it's not your whole big roof, is it? I would say that is a nightmare if it is. He said, yeah, heat rises, almost no wind today, and so no shade, and the roof is tarred as well. Yeah, that'll melt, wouldn't it? So you don't want to walk on it as this temperature, it'll melt, yeah. Iron Man Spartan, you're right, mate. He said, very hot today, prefer springtime to summer because it's bright but not too hot. Yeah, I don't like the hot weather, really. I was saying to Z not Z, I've been trying to get used to it a bit. Because it's a part of life, and it seems to be getting hotter and hotter. So I've been trying to make myself not enjoy it, but tolerate it more, just to get out a bit more. But I don't enjoy it. But I'm learning to tolerate it more. It means I get out a bit more, you know. Problems off main roof. We have an extension that is flat. It's big, heavy slate tiles. Was having to taxi them up and down. Oh, bloody hell! So it is your yeah. I thought maybe you'd got off lucky, and it wasn't like your main. With any leaking roof, pain in the arse anyway. But you know. XA Zulu said, I'm Scotland based, Englishman abroad. We've had no rain for 3 days, drought conditions long. The Punisher, you're right, mate. He said, I prefer the snow. I think I do. I think I'm just one of them who hates it all, because I hate the snow as well. I prefer, if you said boiling hot or snow, I'd probably say snow. But then even the snow's plenty to moan about, and it slipping over and light drizzle to do me. Well, I'll tell you what, I like it when it's sunny. You know, like on a winter's day when it's actually quite cold still, but it's sunny, nice and bright. That's what I like. Yeah, what Liam's just said, I like dry but cold weather. Yeah, that's what I like. You can get a lot done then, because you can warm up a bit, you know. I certainly don't mind being cold over hot, because when you're cold, you can at least do something and it warms you up, or you can have a fire and warm yourself up. When you're boiling hot, if you ain't got air conditioning or a fan, there's nothing you can do, really. It's a lot harder to make yourself comfortable when you're boiling hot. Callum Pizza just got an inflatable kayak from Aldi. Should be good fun. Yeah, I can't swim, so... I was saying on one of the streams or something, I can't remember if it was a stream or a video, I must learn to swim one day, because I think that is a good survival tool, really, isn't it? You know, I'd have to avoid water less than, you know, because anything I have to avoid water, really, because I can't swim at all. Then not to, when I was doing grass cutting, it was awful on hot days, especially as in certain areas the smell of dog shit was truly terrible. Oh, bloody hell, I imagine. I'm so lucky we're in a bungalow, but the main roof is over the attic, so it's still low. Still not low, so yeah. Definitely dog shit. That didn't block that question either, dog shit, that's weird. Or did Liam put that one through? Weapons off, I really like dry but hot. Yeah, dry but cold weather, yeah. Punisher, but that's the perfect excuse to go out in the snow. Laugh at your mates as they slip and land on their arse. Exo Zulu. Punisher, as a young man, I excelled in winter conditions, paying for it now. But I've failed rapidly in the heat. I'm Mass Barton. I watched a good movie called Endless Supernatural Horror Movie. Endless Supernatural Horror Movie. I'll tell you what I watched last night. I watched two films. I watched Annihilation, which I thought was quite good. Yeah, Annihilation, I thought that was all right. And then I watched again, just to refresh my mind. And I so hope whoever it was, Scarface, watched that when he was stoned. That'd be so funny. I'll have to write that down, Endless. I've not heard of that. Richard Smith, you're right, mate. He said, hi, Mike. Just got a homemade fixed blade knife video recorded, uploading in it for YouTube now. Bloody hot here in the Middle East. East Midlands. Yeah, it's quite hot here. I don't know if you lot can hear, I got the fan on for once. I don't normally have the fan on, but I got it. Pretty hot here in the Middle East. Let's say. I'm just for a chunk of snow in for good measure. I haven't found a copy of it yet, but we'll keep looking. I'll have to try and remember where I got it from. Stone Tapes, I've not seen that, but I think my brother was watching that the other day. That might be on that Potluck or whatever it is. If anyone goes on there, I know some people don't know what's going on that. Potlockers FM, it's called. Cam said that knife. What knife did you make today then, or are you waiting for the vid to show us? For me, I ain't had time after this. I'm waiting for some gas man to come round, so I've got to sit in. That's why I'm doing this stream. I was sat doing nothing, so I thought I might as well just do a live stream. But I'm going to start the Machete Bowie. Then not easy to have you watch the Stone Tape. No, but I think I'll check that out. Iron Man, are you going to be doing a summer EDC? Yeah, I'll do an EDC. I tend to do an EDC about every 3 months. So when that comes up for that, I'll have a look. It may be time, but yeah. Actually, looking at the TAC 6 airsoft rifle for garden plinking. Any thoughts? I have to have a look at one. Images will up. That looks right, doesn't it? What kind of powers that got? Because it surprises me how powerful some of them are. Is that a BB gun, did you say? Yeah, airsoft, yeah. Surprises me how powerful some of them are. When I see Shed Ninjas and he's shooting apart bloody plaster of Paris with a BB gun, it also makes me think, bloody hell, that's a lot powerful than mine is. Mine wouldn't do nothing like that. One of the only issues with CO2 airsoft, they don't work well in certain weather conditions. Doesn't say indeed CO2 don't like cold weather. Actually, the ones have agreed. Got the GBB 1911 cold, no good, but preheat gas and mags, it's pretty powerful considering. 443 feet per second, it says on the site. So good. Yeah, Shed Ninjas ones. It always amazed me how strong they were. I didn't, but then I've never had a decent airsoft though. I've always just had cheap ones, you know. And I think at the time when I used to buy them, I'd never even considered you could get them more powerful, you know. You know, a reasonable power. Oh, look, there's certainly, you can get them certainly more powerful than I knew you could. So the power, 20 yards maybe, TAC 6 is semi-auto, so great fun plinking. Get my boy involved. Fun, no license, no worries. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. What kind of price was it? That's one thing that makes a difference to me. Yeah, about £100. Yeah, I think that's well worth it for that then. But them kind of things, I think that's definitely good for getting the family involved, kids involved, isn't it? And so, yeah, two-tone, it's nice and easy. Just a shame all the U.K bollocks around the RF ones. Yeah. Iron Man Smart make a DIY gas marks using activated charcoal. Yeah, I suppose, yeah. I never really thought about it. Did you ever see Liam's ones? He's done some. Both from said airsoft. Personally, I'm not into it, but yeah, if I wanted to get kids into guns, I'd probably start off with something like that. Because I've warmed gas mags right up, it increases somewhat. Both from said you can't. Yeah, I don't like that. What have I downloaded? I've downloaded something. But I would, the only airsoft stuff I would get nowadays is for replicas, you know. That's what, yeah. Liam's channel is awesome. Yeah, I like his channel. Yeah, I have got a gas mask, and I do watch Liam's gas masks, but I'm not massively into gas masks, you know. So it never really crossed my mind to make one. What I think I'm gonna do definitely soon though is I'm gonna get the converter for the one I've got, and then get some filters. But I've got no filters for mine, apart from the old filter, you know. Weapons other cop was telling me your car is not worth the paper it's written on. Even if you are transporting the gun with your paperwork, you can still be detained by armed cops and they won't give a shit. Yeah. Actually, yeah, because they're Some very nice looking strippable replicas, but no licensed blue paint, just ruins the aesthetic. Yeah, I know what you mean. Actually, something I forgot about that when I said you have to get them for the replicas. Yeah, you can't even get them black now, can you? Because I forget, because I've still got the old ones. All of the BB guns I've got 2 up there. Smiles 12 and that Smith & Wesson there. But they was before the times when you had to get them the coloured ones. I've not even thought about buying one since then. Then not see a local shop near me had one of those Daisy BB guns, the lever action ones. I was tempted for a laugh, but didn't get it in the end. I've always wanted one of them, just so you can have one, innit, sort of thing, you know. They're sort of an old classic, aren't they? This really has some lovely replica shotguns. So I reckon you may need one soon if the police start using CS gas and been used before in England in riots. Yeah, I'm definitely. I'll probably get one with the next lot of Patreon money. But I could still use it for a video. I could get a filter and the converter, and make a video on it for showing other people if they wanted to get a cheap gas mask. Gas mask ideas, you know, I suppose. John B, right, mate, you should have been CS gas, pepper spray as worse. I've never had either. And then back in the days when I used to get arrested, they didn't use pepper spray. All Frog said, I'm picking up a new antique dining room table tomorrow from someone on eBay. My dining room and sitting room in the same room. Don't stall that dump full of crap. Not good. Never bought anything that big off eBay before. Got to go and get it, have you? Like the old, because I know you can go and collect things, can't you? Iron Man said, Mike, do you have a combat steel or cover helmet? No, that's another thing I need to get. Glad you mentioned that. Yeah. Trying to think whether to get what's more important. Probably the helmet, but yeah, I do want to do need to get a helmet, but I had some. If it comes to it, I'd have to use a bloody hard hat or something like that. I was talking to Liam about maybe putting a very cheap Kevlar vest over a hard hat. You know, it'd be better than nothing if you really, really, really needed it. Weapon stuff. Knife sharpener just came, so put that on the kitchen surface now. Yeah, now you got one. I've been on for an hour. I might as well do an hour and a half. Now we got some people on. I was struggling at first. I was bloody talking to 2 people for about like 15 minutes. Bit bulky though. Yeah, but better than nothing, isn't it? You know I'd rather have a proper helmet, but if I had nothing, that would do. You know, but I agree with you. Yeah, we'll be a bit bulky, but yeah. But yeah, I'll have to you know, it all depends. You know, I've got a couple of. I just have to let the Patreon money build up a bit. But they're not that dear, are they? How much was your one, Liam? Or was it about 70 quid, wasn't it? But you can get a helmet for like 30, 40 quid, can't you, I think? Don't not say I think wearing military style gear and shit hit the fan might make you a target, to be honest. That's a good point. It all depends how many people are about done it. And also I think they was on about more about the I don't know, but I know what you mean though. Where am I? Thumbs off. Both pepper spray and CS are nasty. With the pepper spray, probably depends on the brand. A lot of those have different ingredients. Some have CS powder in the spray. Then not you want to blend in, I think. Yeah. All depends what kind of situation. Civil War or shit at the fan could be completely different. Civil War, you'd all be there together. You know what I mean? Shit hit the fan, you'd want to hide more, wouldn't you? Two different situations, I suppose. Weapon stuff, Mike. They are currently ex-UK armed police helmets on eBay for 35 quid if you're interested. Yeah, I thought they was about that price. I'm Mass Button. Don't buy a ballistic nylon one, though. Better off with steel than nylon. John said, often military buy private protective gear because the issued stuff is shit, I've heard anyhow. Yeah, I've heard similar things to that, yeah. I think they are M88 PSGT helmet. I was planning on getting before I spotted the Mark 7 for 55 quid. Even 55 quid, that's not too bad. I could get that in two loads of Patreon money, can I? So, yeah, that's the things I need. I need I don't need it, but you know what I mean? I would like to have a helmet and a working gas mask. Stuff depends on the army. With the UK, that's very true with respirator, etc. After you replace the S10 with the GSR. Yeah, I think it might have been. I had definitely heard of armies. I thought it may be Americans. They was having to buy, or was it over here? They was having to buy their own armor, weren't they? Well, Frog, we watched that Jurassic Park film in the cinema Saturday. I was a bit drunk by the time we got there. They had cider for sale in the bar. The film was in the bar there. The film was shit after 5 days and free cider. Yeah, I bet it was. I don't know if I could drink in the bloody cinema. I'd be going out there every 5 minutes. Well, I did get completely pissed out of my face drinking Tenant Super once, though, watching Mr. Bean. I'm so pissed I can't actually remember any of it. But that was, you know, when did Mr. Bean come out? Let's have a look. 1997, yeah, 17. Weapons have same protection level as the Mark 7, though my level 3A, which is good, as you can get outside of the brand new thermoplastic USA military helmet. All right, yeah, sounds good. You know what I mean? I'll get some. The civil war is likely to happen. I don't think isn't likely to happen. I don't think most people wouldn't be interested. Can't join the rebellion today. Corey EastEnders and footy on telly. I agree with you there. I think a lot of people wouldn't be bothered with it, you know, or just sit there watching the news about it. On B, I've been looking at the S10. I have an old, cheap Polish one, but it does the job. Yeah, I got a M61 V2 Nokia gas mask. I need to get the converter for it and a filter. It fits me fine. I like the fit of it, so I'll probably just get filters for that and the converter. I do like it's a comfortable mask. Iron Man's button. Anything that can stop a house brick cracking your skull is good for riots. I think riot are our biggest threat in reality. Yeah, I agree with you there, mate. John B, a reasonably priced S10, that is. Weapon stuff, yeah. Riot helmets are easy to find and very good. Polycarbonate, fire and impact resistant. Stuff. You might be better getting an FM12 now. With the Avon successor to the S10, a few improvements, and they're around 30-40 quid on eBay currently. I must admit, I have noticed, Liam, that a lot of the gas masks aren't as expensive as I thought they were. So I might eventually get a better one. I know you weren't talking to me with that message, but yeah. I may get around to getting a better one, but I'm perfectly happy with the one I've got. I quite like it. Electro, you're right, Dave. Good to see you on, mate. I thought if I did a daytime one, you might get on. He said, "I have some rifle plates that can stop 308 rifle round. I don't know if it's 3A or not, but it's basically hardened steel. AR 500 is the company I got them from." Yeah, I've heard of them. I may have to get something like that one day or make something. Bullfrog, mind you, walking home at 1:30 through the middle of town, then down the riverside here is not something I enjoy, but I hate taxis. He's on the bright side, no screw fix today. What, you having a day off as well? Who was it was saying they'd were bunking off work today? Was that you? I'm sure there was someone else said they were bunking off work. Yeah, I'd rather walk home. Well, it all depends actually, because some of the places we go, the only way to fucking get there and back is off a fucking really steep hill. If I'm too drunk, I'd probably do it now, but there was times when I just thought, no. In fact, I used to sleep at the bottom of the hill when I was younger, but instead of walking up it, if I was drunk. Weapon stuff, much better than 3A Electro. The number rating normally is just for Kevlar. 3A Kevlar stops pistol rounds at close range. That's about it. John B said we'll look out for them. Yeah, the old filter will still give you some tear gas protection due to that being a particle for most part, not vapor. Yeah, when I looked, it's not expensive to get a converter and a filter in, is it? But yeah, I think I will. Electro woke up late, cussing, and woke me up. Oh, wife woke up late, cussing, woke me up too. Fuck it, I'm up, lol. Yeah, what time's it there? It must be about 7 in the morning, isn't it? Yeah, it's 7 in the morning there. Unless you're right over the other way, then it's fucking 8. And then it's probably like 5 in the morning. Armor button. Body armor is a trade-off, weight versus mobility. If you're wearing heavy armor, you are slower and more likely to get hit. Yeah. That's true. Yeah, I like Kevlar soft armor. Fucked if a rifle hits you, but it's comfortable and non-restrictive. Electro, 8:05. I need a drink. What, vodka? That's not vodka, that's water. All right, if someone mentioned going to the toilet, but I'm just going to go to the toilet. I'll be back in a second. Right, back. Tell you what, I'll probably go to about I'll go to about 1:15. Then what would that be? What would that mean? I've been on for about an hour and a half. On it. I'll do about another 10 minutes. I'm as but I quit drinking and I'm having nightmares every night. Fuck my life, lol. Yeah, I don't drink a lot now. I probably drink about once, at most once a month, but even then, it's more realistically once every 3 months. But yeah, the first time I gave up properly was 2001, and I stopped drinking for about 6 years then. And I gradually started drinking again. Started off with shandy. No, started off with Caliber, then shandies, then lager tops, then pints. You know, this was over that period of years. After the 6 years of not touching any booze at all. By then, I'd grown up enough to be able to control it. You know. Peter Smith, do the level 3A bullet-resistant panels with chainmail fit in flat jackets would seem a good a decent bullet knife and shrapnel protection. I think they would. Even if you have to cut them down, I suppose, because they would still the jacket would still hold it in, sort of thing, wouldn't it? Flak jackets. That's what I'm going to do with that tactical vest thing I bought. I'm going to get some old police vest and put that in that. Well, unfortunately, no, I only do 3.5 days there at the moment. It's not really enough. If you minus the rent payments from here, I have £300 a month left for diesel, food, etc. And the remainder can be used to fund things. Yeah, that's what I used to do. And not I wouldn't fancy much wearing body armour in this heat, I have to admit. I know how armies managed it out in hot countries. Yeah, I know. It does make you wonder, doesn't it? Richard Smith, totally depends on the shape of the flak jackets. At some point, I'll buy a cheap, empty flak jacket and see what fits in. Yeah, I think if you had to, you could either just cut it or it'll be loose in there, wouldn't it? You know. But my body armour there would definitely be too big for that tactical vest I've got. So I'll just cut it when I get a cheap one. And actually, I've always wondered what it would take. What it would take to pair Kevlar with too much of a. Hang on. I've always wondered what it would take to pair Kevlar with to make a better. Oh, make a better armor. If you used kitchen pans and ceramic dinner plates, if it would actually stop a rifle round. I don't know. I've seen people do tile stuff. Yeah, like marble tiles. I think that's what. Yeah, that's what weapons stuff I'm mentioning. Don't tell my stomach don't let me drink anymore. Feels like a meltdown of a whirlpool when I do. Can manage a nice pint though. Yeah, my problem is I just can't stop drinking when I do. So, and I think it caused me to get gout drinking too much. They're not doing. They must be in danger of getting heat stroke. Yeah, I agree with you. Must be. I don't know how to do it. Have somebody do it. Collector used floor tiles and Tumbo used floor tiles and made it something as good as ceramic trauma plates. Alan said, "Yeah, pack of paper and floor tiles will stop most things, but it's heavy." I must. But in Afghanistan and Iraq, the British Army took out the hard panel armour and just wore Kevlar because of the intense heat. Right, I'm going to have to go off now. They sent the delivery bloke, if you can hear a car turn up, but I'm going to have something to do now. So I'm going to have to go now, so I'll just finish these last comments. You'll probably hear someone shout me in a minute. We'll have to carry this on another day or something. I always wondered if you had a few Kevlar panels taped together, how much it would work. Yeah, something to try, innit? You'd need 10 Kevlar panels to stop a 5.56. Right, that's it. I got to go now. So I will see you in the nice video later. Cheers for all joining in. That was a good laugh. And yeah. Right. See you later. If I ever get onto the thing to press stop.